If you ever catch someone standing at the edge of the trees at night, not moving, don't tell yourself it's nothing. Because 3 years ago, I made that mistake. And I'm still paying for it. I still live in that house. But the curtains stay shut after dark. Every night, she's still out there, waiting. My wife and I bought the place 2 years into our marriage. Quiet street, big yard, a forest behind it that seemed to go on forever. The realtor called it a dream property. You love the privacy, he said. He never explained why it sold for half its worth. We should have asked. The first month, everything was perfect. Quiet mornings, no traffic, no neighbors banging around. It felt like we'd found somewhere the world couldn't reach. Then one evening, I looked out the kitchen window, and someone looked back. A woman, standing between the trees, dark hair, white dress, too far away to see clearly. She didn't move. Not once. I figured she was lost, maybe a hiker. I turned to grab my phone. When I looked back, she was gone. The next night, she came back. Same spot. Same dress. Same impossible stillness. This time, I grabbed the binoculars. The second I focused on her face, my stomach dropped. She wasn't looking at the house. She was looking directly at me. Not blinking, not moving. It didn't even look like she was breathing. I told my wife. She laughed. There's nobody out there. She walked to the window, looked for herself. I don't see anything. I looked again. The woman was still there, watching only me. For the next week, she appeared every single night, always after sunset, always in the exact same place. She never walked toward the house, never waved, never looked away. She just waited. Sleep became impossible. Every few hours, I'd check the window, hoping she'd finally be gone. She never was. Then the house started changing. Our dog refused to go near the back door. He'd growl, low, deep, then run under the kitchen table. The motion lights outside began turning on by themselves. Branches snapped in the yard, even when there wasn't a breath of wind. Then one night, I woke up to whispering, soft, barely audible. I searched every room. Nothing. That's when I realized the whispering wasn't inside the house. It was coming from just outside my bedroom window. I forced myself to look. She wasn't standing at the tree line anymore. She was halfway across the yard, closer than she'd ever been, still perfectly still staring. The next morning, I walked into the woods. I needed answers. I found the exact place where she always stood. The ground felt strange, soft, sunken, like something had remained there for years. But there were no footprints, no broken branches, nothing except an old photograph, half buried in the dirt. A family standing in front of my house. On the back, October 14th, 1989, 4 people, a father, a mother, 2 daughters. One of them wore a white dress, long dark hair, the same face I had been seeing every night, except in the photo, she couldn't have been older than 16. I took the picture to an elderly woman down the road. She'd lived there for decades. The second she saw it, the color drained from her face. You need to leave that house. She told me the family disappeared more than 30 years ago. Police searched those woods for weeks. They found nothing. Except the youngest daughter, standing silently among the trees. Alive, she wouldn't speak, wouldn't move, wouldn't even blink. Hours later, she disappeared again. No one ever saw her after that. Officially, the case remains unsolved. That night, I locked every door, closed every curtain, turned on every light. At exactly 2:31 am, 3 knocks. Slow, patient, knock, knock, knock. I checked the security camera. Nobody, then another knock. This time from the kitchen window. The camera still showed nothing, but the glass began to fog from the outside, like someone was breathing against it. Letters slowly appeared, one by one. Look at the trees. Every part of me wanted to ignore it. I looked anyway. She was gone from her usual place, because now there were dozens of them. Men, women, children standing between the trees, perfectly still, every one of them facing my house. And at the front, the woman in the white dress. She slowly raised one hand, not to wave, to point, straight at my bedroom window. The next morning, the police searched the woods. No footprints, no camps, no sign anyone had ever been there. They blamed stress, lack of sleep, and overactive imagination. Part of me wanted to believe them. Then I checked the security footage. At exactly 2:31 am, the backyard camera glitched. 3 seconds of static. When the picture returned, she wasn't standing at the tree line. She was standing behind me, inside my bedroom, less than 2 feet away, looking over my shoulder toward the window. The camera captured everything. Perfectly long black hair, white dress, skin far too pale, and a smile far wider than any human face should ever have. The worst part, I had been standing at that window the entire time, completely unaware she was right behind me. We moved out 2 weeks later. I never told the new owners why, I just wanted to forget. For a while it worked. Until last month, a package arrived. No return address. Inside was the same photograph, but this time there wasn't just one girl in white. There were two, standing side by side. The second one was wearing my clothes, with my face. On the back, someone had written 6 words. Fresh ink. Still black. Now it's your turn to wait.